start the post-game press conference here. We have Shelby Coker, Brooke Blumenfeld, and head coach Lisa Carlsen. Coach, if you please start us off with a statement about tonight's game.
Yeah, I thought we came out of the locker room ready to go, and that was really important in the first half to kind of establish ourselves, especially on the defensive end. We knew Central had to run in them. I thought we were able to kind of weather the storm and take care of things down the stretch. So I was proud of our consistent fight, and anytime you can get a MAC win, you'll take it.
Questions?
I was wondering if you could touch on the impact of Lexi Carlsen a little bit, especially in the first half. She had multiple key three-pointers. Can you touch on her impact tonight, and also how she's solidifying herself in the starting lineup at this point in the season?
Yeah, I mean, I think she was a spark for us offensively for sure to start the game, which was huge. We rely on her to do a lot of things. She's done a good job on the defensive end. She understands matchups, understands what we're trying to accomplish on the offensive end. So I've been proud of her really in all facets of the game and understanding what we're trying to get done.
And then I noticed you guys were out-rebounded quite a bit, but you guys also won the turnover battle by quite a bit as well. I was wondering if maybe that was a point of emphasis in practice, or if that's just kind of how the game ended up.
Well, we knew we were going to have our hands full on the boards, right? That's how Central has had their success. And while the numbers don't look great there, I do think that I was proud of the way we continue to fight on the glass. And then, yeah, the turnover number is something we talked about. The more we can make them uncomfortable and steal some possessions that way, it gives us a better opportunity. And that's really how we get to 80, right? We are able to score the basketball by getting them to turn over 22 times. And again, the numbers on the glass are not pretty, but I don't fault our effort. I thought we continued to fight every possession.
Within some cold spells, like especially towards the second quarter, after that 5-minute mark before the halftime, you guys had a double-digit going. Shots were falling. What was something you could attribute to that? Confidence, scheming.
Yeah, I mean, I think really throughout the entire game, we got pretty good looks, and we did have opportunities where the ball was going in, and then other times where we still got good looks and it didn't. But I never saw this group panic, right? And I think that's really important. Understanding that we're getting the right shots, they're going to fall at some point, staying locked in on the defensive end, and making sure we give ourselves opportunities to continue to get good looks. I think is always going to be something that we talk about. For the most part, I thought we did do a good job of shooting the basketball tonight. So being able to weather those storms is really staying locked in on the defensive end.
Could you touch a little bit on what it's like to go up against a player like Maddie Morrison, and then also your guys' kind of method in stopping her? I thought you guys did a good job of stopping her, of course, but she still ended up finishing with like 26 points. Could you just speak about facing her?
Yeah, I mean, she's a heck of a player, right? She's one of those players that can go get her own. She doesn't have to rely on her teammates. And so, she got going, especially in the first half. I thought she hit some tough shots. She really continued to hit some tough shots. So while 26 is a lot, I think, what we were trying to do is put bodies in front of her, make her uncomfortable. But again, I think you have to give a lot of credit to her individual skill set in her able to create her own shot.
And then heading out east now to play an 18-2 team in Buffalo. What can you guys do to carry this momentum over into Saturday?
I say all the time, it really is irrelevant, the name on the front of the jersey, right? We have to be the best version of ourselves. And if we go and we put 40 minutes together, it doesn't matter who we play. If we don't, we're going to get beat. So whether it's somebody who's 0-12 or 12-0, it doesn't matter. I know these guys understand that. I know we're going to prepare and do the best we can to put them in position to have success. And then we'll expect them to go out and again, execute the game plan. And I think if we do that, we'll put ourselves in position to win the ball game.
Shelby, you had 19 points today, 8 assists, but also 4 steals. Just kind of what do you think you were able to do today to be able to get those steals?
We've just been talking about defensive intensity the last couple days in practice, so I just attribute all of us just getting up and forcing turnovers for them.
And Brooke, you were heating up from the mid-range today and 18 points. Just what do you think you were doing different today, or what kind of looks were you getting?
I thought the guards were doing a great job of finding me today, and yeah, mid-range just I feel like if it comes from practice in the gym, just confidence.
Sorry. I was gonna say, with those mid-range shots, a lot of them came at very clutch, high-pressure moments. What goes through your minds when you're getting those looks, very like high-implication looks, or is it kind of just like any other shot?
I feel like it's any other shot because I've taken that shot in the gym over and over and over. So I just trust my work.
Shelby, it seems like when the offense was in a cold spell, you were able to, provide timely buckets and get things, more ramped up. What gives you the confidence to be able to do that?
I think it's just staying locked in, not really feeling the moment, and just playing the game each possession at a time, and not really thinking about like, oh, we're up by 2 and we just lost our lead a little bit. I think it's just staying locked in and focusing on like what needs to be accomplished for each play of the game.
And Brooke, can you touch on your connection with Brooke Stonebreaker a little bit? You guys have had a whole season to play with each other, and it seems like you guys work off each other very well. Could you speak on that connection?
Yeah, I think we've gotten better throughout the season figuring out how to play together. I know at first it was a struggle, but we've talked about it like off the court, and we've literally sat in our house like and watched the game together, and we've talked about where to go when someone has the ball. So we figured it out, and it's really fun to play with her.
Brooke, you were 5 for 8, 10 points in the first half. You were aggressive and dominant in the paint. What allowed for that efficiency and dominance?
Again, I feel like my guards, I have to give credit to them for finding me in the paint. And again, just trusting my work.
Shelby, kind of similarly to what he said, it seems like you're always there to give kind of a jump start to the offense. Specifically in the second quarter, you had about 5 points in a row that gave the team a lot of momentum, and there was a couple other instances where you had a lot of momentum shifting plays. Similar to what I asked Brooke, what goes through your mind during that, and how are you able to just pull those out of thin air, seemingly?
I think just taking the game as it comes, not trying to force anything, and just play the game that we have talked about and not try to really waver from that.
Anything else? All right.
All right, thanks,
Thank you very
guys.
much. Thank you.
Appreciate it.